Well, hello, Hearth and Homies. I have got a treat for you with this compilation. Thanks so much for joining us for Fort Laramie. Now, this is a new show for me. I just discovered it. You probably already know about it. But one of the things that's exciting to me is this show was produced and directed by Norman McDonald. Now, you might know him from another show he produced, a little show called Gunsmoke. Now, McDonald wanted to use the same accuracy and all the sound effects and everything he used, all that production quality he used for Gunsmoke, obviously has a different cast of characters for this show. This show features life at Fort Laramie in the 1800s. Now, for this show, for the lead of this show, McDonald chose to cast a Canadian actor, Raymond Burr, as Captain Lee Quince. Now, about a year after he started this role, Burr would become famous for his television appearance in Perry Mason. One of the other reasons I'm excited about the show, it's got an incredible supporting cast. I mean, we got Vic Perrin, got Harry Bartell, Jack Moyles, one of my favorites, and of course, Howard McNear, John Daner, Virginia Gregg, who's, I think, in everything, Parley Bear, and Barney Phillips. So as you can see or hear, this show just has an incredible cast. So I really think if you're a fan of Gunsmoke, you're really going to enjoy Fort Laramie. I'm really excited about this. I'm also excited now that I'm going to be running this live. And we're going to be trying some new things here on the channel. And of course, I just want to remind you about the Johnny Dollar Club. Now, this channel is no longer monetized by YouTube. So we're asking you, the viewer, to keep Hearth and Home Entertainment on the air. And one of the ways you can help is by joining the Johnny Dollar Club. That's right. For just $1 a month, you can help support this channel. And you'll also get some exclusive content just for Johnny Dollar Club members at no matter what level you sign up. Now, at the higher levels, I'm able to offer some more perks. So check those out if you're able to. If you've already signed up, thank you so much. You might get tired about hearing these appeals, but one of the reasons I do it is because I've got nearly 13,000 subscribers, about 36,000 viewers each month. If you look at the videos I've made, like channel updates and talking about the situation, you'll see I get hundreds of views. And if you look at some of the videos that are put out, the compilations, it's thousands of views. So bear with me. I need to get the word out. We need to let as many people know how they can help the channel. And if you're not able to, or just not interested in it, that's okay. We're just glad you're here. One thing you could do to help out is hit the like button. If you've not already subscribed, go ahead and do that. When you subscribe, if you'd like to, go ahead and hit the notification bell. And that way you'll know when a new compilation goes live or we have a premiere, so you can join us for that. Enough about that. Let's get this show started. Now, with all our shows, we've added the OTR Visual Radio to give you a unique old-time radio viewing experience. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And as always, thanks for tuning in.
Had a walk, ho, had a trap, ho,
Fort Laramie. Fort Laramie, starring John Daner as Captain Lee Quince. Tales of the dark and tragic ground of the wild frontier. The saga of fighting men who rode the rim of empire. And the dramatic story of Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry.
Sergeant Gorse.
Yes, sir.
Pass the word to dismount and unsaddle.
All right, Captain.
I'm going up on that little knoll. Maybe I can see Mr. Seibert's party from there. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. Dismount and unsaddle, fin graze the water. Dismount and unsaddle, fin graze the water. All right. You unfit that mount before you graze him this time.
Sure, Sergeant. I was just going.
Well, you do it then. Dismount and unsaddle, fin graze the water.
We could make camp here, Boatwright. There's water. Yeah. We could go hunting and fishing, too. Maybe bake some bread. If you don't like the Army, why didn't you stay in Louisville? I was starving there, too. But at least in Louisville, I never had no Indians after my scalp. You afraid of Indians, Boatwright? Sure. But I'm going to get me one. I got to get me an Indian. Why? Then I won't be scared no more. Well, at least you're not in the stockade. And that's just because Captain Quince needs me. B Troop's supposed to have 83 privates full strength. I swear we're down to 60. Yeah, he needs me worse than I need him.
What's the matter, Boatwright?
Oh, nothing, Captain. Everything's fine. I like it out here.
You better like it.
Oh, sure beats sitting around a stockade, sir.
Last time you were in the stockade, did you just sit around?
Well, no. But at least I didn't ride no horse out after Indians with an understrength troop.
You'll never make a garrison soldier, Boatwright.
Oh, I like the Army, sir. Captain Quince?
What did you find, Mr. Syberts?
We rode over there, sir, where the smoke was. There's a homestead, Captain. Sue. Well, that's enough, Boatwright. Yes, sir.
Did they leave anybody there, Mr. Syberts?
The man's still alive, sir. Corporal Mercer's with him. But the woman and the little girl, they're dead.
I see. What does the man say?
Nothing, sir. He's got no tongue.
Take charge of the troop, Mr. Syberts. Sergeant Gorse and I'll ride over there.
Yes, sir. And, Captain, take a look at this.
Where'd you pick it up?
Sue. The only Indian the man killed before they got him.
Mr. Syberts, that's a Henry rifle, latest model. If the Indians have gotten their hands on guns like that. Let's move out, Sergeant. How is he, Corporal?
He's bad, sir. They burned him some, too, but he's still conscious. There's a slow way to die. 100 miles to Fort Laramie, Captain.
He'll never live that long. Sergeant, give me your revolver. You and Corporal Mercer start back. I'll catch up with you.
Yes, sir. Move out, Mercer. You think we'll go after them Sioux horse? I'm a first sergeant, not a captain. Well, I know, but you and Quince run this troop. He's Captain Quince to you. Sure. And he runs his troop. Sure. Everything all right, Captain?
Everything's all right, Sergeant.
Hey, what's that? Shut up and keep riding, Corporal.
Well, what do you say, horse? No,
Shut up, I said. Oh, sure.
Sergeant.
Sir?
When we get back, fall in a burial party.
Yes, sir.
See that those graves are cairned.
Yes, sir.
One other thing, Sergeant. Don't forget your revolver. That homesteader doesn't need it anymore. Captain Quince reporting, sir.
Captain, I know you're mad because I ordered you back from chasing those Sioux last week.
You didn't see what they did to that Homestead family, Major.
I've seen their work before, Quince.
There'll be more of it if we don't stop them.
10 miles from this post, there's a reservation of 4,000 Sioux. An uprising there'd be far more serious than your little band that's marauding under Yellowknife.
You have enough troops to patrol the reservation, Major, and still secure Fort Laramie here. Give me just half of B Troop, and I'll run down Yellowknife and his renegades.
My orders are to keep a constant watch on the reservation and to secure Fort Laramie with all remaining troops.
Yellowknife is being supplied with rifles. Henry 44s.
I know.
Those are repeating rifles, Major.
I've reported this to Washington, Captain.
Whoever's smuggling those rifles has got to be stopped, or every brave on the reservation will join Yellowknife, in spite of your patrols.
I've received no change of orders, Captain.
We can't afford to wait, sir. Give me Sergeant Gorse and 3 men, and I'll at least find that gun runner. I'll leave tonight, Major.
You will not leave.
Is that a direct order?
It is.
Am I interrupting, Uncle Ned?
Oh, come in, my dear, come in. My niece, Captain, Miss Terry Lawson. This is Captain Quince, Terry.
How do you do, Captain?
Ma'am?
Miss Lawson arrived while you were away, Captain. She's going to keep house for me if she doesn't change her mind about Army life.
Are you coming to the dance tonight, Captain Quinn?
Dance?
Haven't you heard?
I decided to hold a dance tonight, Captain, for such officers as are available and for a few civilians from Laramie. It'll show the Sioux we aren't as frightened as they might think we are.
I see.
You're coming, Captain?
Do you think Washington can spare me for a dance, Major?
Washington?
Inactivity is a hard burden for the captain, Terry.
Oh.
But, I'd suggest the captain be at the dance tonight.
Good day, Miss. Major? Captain Quince reporting his order, Major.
You, make it difficult, Captain. You remember my niece, Miss Lawson.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Captain. But it's Miss, not ma'am, if you please.
Sorry, Miss.
Wanted everyone possible to be here, Captain. For the sake of morale, you know.
Yes, sir.
A lot of the townspeople are here. Oh, there's Lieutenant Mapleton. Would you escort Miss Lawson, Captain? Excuse me. Oh, Mapleton.
My arm?
Thank you, Captain. You weren't in the war with Uncle Ned, were you?
No. I started out as a scout for General McClellan just before Lee ran him away from Richmond.
And you became an officer afterwards?
I was commissioned in the field, Miss Lawson. President Lincoln was mighty short of officers by 65. They needed officers, and I made a good one.
Captain, Uncle Ned says you know more about the Sioux than anyone at Fort Laramie. Do you think the rest of the reservation will make trouble?
I don't know, miss. I haven't been out there.
You mean you could tell just by going out there?
Wild Dog's an old friend of mine.
Who's Wild Dog?
He's a chief. He's about 80, but he's pretty smart.
Captain Quince, if those Sioux did rise, would they attack the fort here?
Hard to say. There's 4,000 of them, and only 400 of us. Shall we go back? Oh, Mr. Syberts.
Yes, sir?
Until I return in the morning, you'll act in command of B Troop. I'm taking Sergeant Gorse with me. Any questions?
No, sir.
And escort Miss Lawson back to the Major. You'll excuse me, miss?
You're going to see Wild Dog, aren't you?
Yes.
Isn't it pretty dangerous, Captain? 2 of you walking right in among all those Sioux?
We'll try to reach Wild Dog first.
But, Captain...
Good night, Miss Lawson.
You are listening to Fort Laramie, starring John Daner as Captain Lee Quince.
Drop your gun belt across your saddle, Sergeant.
Mean that, Cap?
A revolver wouldn't do you much good if these Sioux decide they want us. We're safer unarmed.
All right, sir.
Let's move out.
Wished I had at least a bowie knife.
It's late. Most of them are asleep.
4,000 Sioux in this camp. They ain't all asleep.
No. We're being watched, all right.
Yeah. Some young buck could get himself his first coup feather by spearing us.
You wouldn't want to stand in the way of a man becoming a brave, would you, Sergeant?
Captain, we're being stopped.
I see him. Keep walking.
Only one brave. We can handle it.
Leave him to me, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Ole.
The ole wild dog, nya.
Isleahi.
Ilyazo valyu. Iazo. Let's move, Sergeant. We'll keep an eye on him.
Still just standing there, sir.
I told him I'm a friend of wild dogs. Luckily, he's from the same clan.
What clan is that, Captain?
White Fox. There it is.
Oh.
See that medicine pole over there?
With the white skin on it?
That's wild dogs, Marge. Wait out here, Sergeant. Oyo, Niozia.
Come in, my son. Sit down.
It's been a long time since we've talked, Wild Dog.
A long time. And you come now because of Yellowknife.
Yellowknife is leading your young men into war with my people.
Sioux always been warriors. It is good to die in battle. Sioux now have white man's rifles that shoot many times.
And you know about the rifles?
I know. Soon every brave on reservation will know, and they will leave. Guard of soldiers make no difference.
It'll lead to war, Wild Dog. Big war.
There are many clans among the Sioux. I am chief only of White Fox.
What clan is Yellowknife?
Yellowknife is of Two Moon Clan.
But there are White Fox braves with him?
Yeah. I cannot stop them. I remember what it was like when I was young.
It was different when you were young, Wild Dog. You had a chance then, but now they have no chance.
They have many rifles.
They have a few, Wild Dog, but the white man, the cavalry, has thousands of rifles. In the end, the Sioux cannot win. He must live in peace or he will be wiped out. You're a wise man. You know this is true.
Yes, you are right.
Yellowknife and his braves will be caught and punished. Some of them will die. But if I don't stop his supply of rifles, many more of your people will die.
You want to know where rifles come from?
Tell me where Yellowknife meets the white man who's supplying them. I'll do the rest. You'll be saving lives, Wild Dog. Sioux lives.
For the sake of my people, I tell you. Place north of here. Place you call Bright Canyon.
Bright Canyon. When it's over, I'll come back and we'll smoke the pipe.
If you come back.
If I come back. Captain Quint's reporting, sir.
I hear you left the post last night, Captain.
Yes, sir.
Well, you never were much of a garrison soldier, were you?
No, sir.
You saw your friend Wild Dog, I suppose?
Yes, sir.
Well, Captain, I have new orders from Washington this morning.
Yes, sir.
As you know, I reported the matter of Yellowknife being supplied with Henry 44s.
You mean I can run him down, Major?
No. My orders to patrol the reservation and to secure Fort Laramie still stand. We are not to go after Yellowknife. But the importance of the Henry rifles is recognized, and we're to put a stop to it.
Yes, sir.
Can you do it?
I can.
All right, take half of B Troop only. You may have Sergeant Gorse and Lieutenant Seiberts and 2 corporals of your own choosing.
Right, sir.
Pass the head of your column through the main gates of the post 1/2 hour before reveille tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
And remember, Captain Quince, your orders are to stop that gun smuggler, not to run down Yellowknife. And if you get into trouble, there'll be no reinforcement. Are there any questions?
No, sir.
Then move out.
Sergeant Gorse.
Yes, sir?
Ride out here with me and take a look at these tracks.
Well, one-shod pony. Rest of them's mules, Captain.
And they're not Indians, are they?
No, sir.
And they're headed straight for the rim of that canyon ahead.
Bright Canyon, Captain.
Wild Dog wasn't lying. Take 5 men and ride out ahead of Corporal Mercer's point. Make a reconnaissance of the north rim. If it's clear, send a runner back.
Yes, sir.
Tell the point to swing north and to dismount in the cover of those trees below the crest.
Right, sir.
Move out.
Yeah.
That's the Seiberts.
Yes, Captain.
I think we've found our man, Mr. Seiberts. He'll be in that canyon up ahead. Sergeant Gorse is scouting the north rim of the canyon. If it's clear, we'll hide in those trees just below it. And then we'll wait.
Wait for what, sir?
We'll catch him in the act, Mr. Seiberts, when Yellowknife comes for his rifles.
Captain, you said Major Honeyman's orders are to get the gun smuggler and leave Yellowknife alone. If you do it this way, there'll be a fight.
We're in the field, Mr. Seiberts. I'll be responsible for my orders.
Yes, sir.
Not my fault if Yellowknife gets in the way when we move in on that gun smuggler.
No, sir.
Seiberts, pass the word to space out and stagger the odd files to the left. We're raising too much dust.
Hey, boat right. What are you doing over here, Vickers? Go on back to your post. Oh, there's nothing happening down there in the valley. He's some gun smuggler. Just sits around in his cabin. What's the matter with Captain Quince anyway? Half a troop against one man, and we hide around watching him for 2 days. You can't figure nothing, Vickers. We're waiting for Yellowknife. Them Sioux? You mean we're going to fight them? As soon as they show up. You scared, Boatwright? All I need's to kill me an Indian. Then I won't be scared no more. Yeah, me too. I think. Who's throwing that rock? It's Gorse and the captain. Well, get on down there. He's signaling to you. Oh, I'll catch it now. Oh. You going away from your post, Vickers? I couldn't see nothing where I was. I was wondering if Boatwright could, Sergeant.
You can be shot for leaving your post at a time like this, Vickers.
Yes, sir, Captain.
You're risking the life of every man in this troop. Get back to where you belong.
Yes, sir, Captain.
Boatwright wants us.
Come on.
The end of the canyon, sir. Look, there they come.
Yellowknife.
How many braves you figure he's got with him, Gorse?
Hard to say yet, sir. Maybe 30.
They got a bunch of horses, too.
That's to pay for the rifles.
Captain, I can see more than 30 Sioux down there. They must be nigh to 40.
There. There's that dirty gun runner now. Out talking with Yellowknife.
I wish we had the whole of B troop here, sir.
Sergeant?
Yes, sir?
Take boat right and move about 300 yards west of here. When you're ready, I want you to ride straight down into the canyon.
What? Shut up, boat right.
Your orders are to find out if they're really trading for guns down there.
But, Captain,
If you run into any trouble, I'll have to help you out of it, that's all.
I understand, sir. Come on, boat right. Let's move out.
Well, if all the
Will
crazy...
you shut up like I told you?
Tell Mr. Seibert's there I want to see him.
Right, sir.
You wanted me, Captain?
Mr. Seibert's? I think those Sioux down there are trading for Henry rifles. Sergeant Gorse and Boatwright are going to ride down and find out.
You mean they're going alone, sir?
They are. There'd sure be a fight if we appeared in force. Might even look like I was trying to run Yellowknife down.
But they'll be killed, sir.
Well, I can't let that happen. If they're attacked, we'll just have to ride in. It'll be a rescue mission, Mr. Seibert's.
I understand, Captain.
Get back to the troop and pass the word to saddle and mount. Space out to 60 paces between mounts. It'll make us look full strength. Move out.
Troop's ready, Captain.
Just in time. There go Gorse and Boatwright.
They'll be seen any minute, sir.
Yeah. Let's get back. Get mounted, Mr. Seibert's.
Yes, sir.
Gorse! Sergeant Gorse!
Yes, sir!
Where'd the white man go? He wasn't with them up there.
I've never seen him, Captain.
Then he must be in the cabin here. I'm going in after him.
I'll go with you, sir.
Oh, no, you stay with the troop. They've chased them far enough. Get those stolen horses rounded up.
Right, sir. Yes.
You're all through, mister. Come out of there.
No. He ain't gonna hang me.
Come out with your hands up and you'll get a trial.
Hanging's bad. I ain't gonna hang.
It's your choice, mister. Come out or I'll kill you right there.
I'll take my chances.
Suits me.
They're still running, Captain. But we killed some of them.
What about Yellowknife?
He's dead. Right over there, sir. Private Boatwright killed him.
Is that Boatwright flying over there too, Mr. Seibert's?
I'm afraid so, sir. He took a bullet after he got Yellowknife.
Sergeant Gorse has some men rounding up the horses, Mr. Seibert's. Reform the rest of the troop and take care of the wounded. Pick out 6 men for a burial party.
Yes, sir.
Corporal Mercer! Over here!
Hello, Boatwright.
Captain, sir?
What can I do for you?
Nothing, Captain.
I'm all shut up. There's nothing anybody can do.
That was Yellowknife you killed, Boatwright.
I always wanted to get me in you, Captain. But I sure never figured it'd be Yellowknife.
You did fine, Boatwright.
Here. Here's something I took off Yellowknife. You keep it for me. You know what it is.
Yeah, sure do.
I feel all wet inside, yeah.
I'm sorry, Boatwright.
It's all right. I ain't scared.
Of course not.
Tell them all goodbye for me, Captain. All of it.
I've just finished going over your report, Captain.
Yes, sir.
And I'm not sure on reading it whether you deliberately disobeyed orders or not. Would you care to clarify that point?
Major Honeyman, did you ever see one of these?
That's a scalp.
Private Boatwright took it off Yellowknife, Major. It's a woman's scalp. Young woman.
Get rid of it.
Yes.
Captain Quince, I'm reporting to Washington that the gun smuggler's been destroyed, but that you were attacked by Yellowknife during the operation and were forced to defend yourself.
Thank you, Major.
That's all, Captain. Oh, Captain.
Yes, sir?
Miss Lawson wanted me to ask if you'd care to have supper with us.
My compliments to Miss Lawson, sir. I'll be there.
One more thing. In regard to your recommendation for a posthumous medal for Private Boatwright.
Yes, sir.
Washington might question a report that recommended an honor for one of the soldiers who actually brought on Yellowknife's attack. For the good of the troop, I'd suggest...
That's all right, Major. Boatwright'd understand. He was a real soldier. A line soldier.
Thank you, Captain.
Yes, sir.
Fort Laramie was written by John Meston with music by Rex Corey and was produced by Norman McDonald. Join us next week for another drama of the early frontier and of the brave men who fought under Captain Lee Quince, United States Cavalry.
Fort Laramie. Fort Laramie, starring Raymond Burr as Captain Lee Quince. Specially transcribed tales of the dark and tragic ground of the wild frontier, the saga of fighting men who rode the rim of empire, and the dramatic story of Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry.
Captain Quince.
Sergeant Gorse, how are you?
Oh, it's sure good to see you, Captain. You look kind of funny, though.
What do you mean?
Well, them clothes, mufti. I ain't used to you out of uniform.
I'll be back in uniform at midnight tonight, Sergeant. We'll stay in town till then, and you can buy me a drink.
Me? I thought you was going to get rich in St. Louis.
Did I say that?
Well, you talked about nothing else before your leave come through.
Just proves you shouldn't believe everything you hear, Sergeant.
Yes, sir. I'll try to remember that.
See that you do. And to really fool you, I may go back to St. Louis.
Quit the Army?
Man can make money there, Sergeant. I don't mean gambling, I mean honestly. In an honest business, buying things, selling them.
Well, sir, the Army's sure no place for a man who wants to get rich, I'll say that.
The Army's no place for a man who wants to do any living at all. You're either turning black with the boredom of garrison, or you're riding hell-bent into nowhere.
It's sure enough true, Captain.
Oh, come on, let's get our drink. How's B Company, Sergeant?
Company's fine, sir. Major Daggett's going to be mighty glad to see you back at Fort Laramie.
He isn't going to see me till midnight.
He'll be waiting up. Send me into town to tell you.
Huh? Something wrong?
Yes, sir.
Well, what?
Arapahoes. They've been raiding for horses. Massacred a whole family over in the basin about 10 days ago.
You mean they jumped the reservation?
Not the whole tribe, just a few of them, I guess. Mr. Seibert's took B Company out last week, but he didn't have any luck.
Why not?
I don't know, Captain. I wasn't with him.
What?
I've been on sick list till 2 days ago.
Sick list? You?
Yes, sir. Pack mule kicked me in the belly.
Oh. Well, a little whiskey will cure that, Sergeant. Well, here we are.
Mr. Seibert's is feeling mighty bad about it.
Your belly?
Like I said, it's good to have you back, Captain.
Bottle of rye and 2 glasses.
Coming up. The Army. And Moylan. Look at what came in.
What's his trouble?
8 soldiers, I guess. Like a lot of people. Since Richmond.
Yeah, too much war, maybe. I guess everybody'd like to forget it now.
We'd all like to forget it. There's a war still going on.
You're right, sir. Who do they think stands between them and all the hostiles out there waiting to hack them to pieces? Who does all their dirty work for them?
It isn't like people to be grateful for any favors, Sergeant.
No, sir, I guess not.
And I think of the troops aching for home while they sweat and freeze and spill their blood all over the frontier for 50 cents a day. It makes me mad.
Tell me about St. Louis, Captain.
Here's your liquor, gentlemen. Hey, you! Hold it!
You know them, Sergeant?
No, sir.
What's your trouble, mister?
My name ain't Mister. It's Rudio. I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to the soldier.
I'm with the soldier.
You stay out of this. You know what's good for you.
You tell him, Moylan.
What do you want from me? I never saw you before.
Yeah. You won't want to see us again after we're through with you.
What's this all about?
We don't like soldiers drinking where we drink, mister. We like to teach them a lesson now and then. Don't we, Moylan?
Yeah, we do it, too.
Now,
you
just
shut up, mister.
What's the matter with you? Coming in here with a soldier. Gonna drink with him, too.
Rudio, I just guess that he ain't no better than no soldier himself. Just scum floating with scum. That's what I call it. Well?
Okay. Sergeant Gorse?
Yes, sir.
You can have Moylan there.
Thank you, sir.
Move out.
I'll buy you that drink now, Captain Quince.
You can buy the first one, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
You're half an hour late, Captain Quince.
I was on the post at midnight, Major. I wanted to get back into uniform before reporting.
I'm glad of that, anyway.
I kind of figured you would be.
You still think I'm too Army, don't you, Lee?
We've known each other a long time, Major.
Since Vicksburg with Grant.
I remember a night in Chattanooga. You weren't very Army. I've forgotten the girl's name, of course.
Captain Quince, I trust Sergeant Gorse told you about the Arapaho trouble.
Yeah. They're out raiding for horses. They've slaughtered a family over in the basin.
It's got to be stopped. Settlers are beginning to wonder what the 2nd Cavalry's doing at Fort Laramie.
If this goes on, there won't be any settlers.
Hard enough homesteading this country without a man waiting for him and his family to be massacred by renegade Indians.
I'll take a patrol out in a few days, have a look around.
You'll take B Company out tomorrow morning.
May I make a suggestion, Major Daggett?
If it's in order.
Lieutenant Syberts took B Company out and found nothing. Sure, he's green, but a few Arapaho can hide easy from a whole troop of cavalry beating its way through this country. Give me 12 men. I'll scout those Indians, get them set up. Then I'll come back for the company.
No, it's too slow. There isn't time.
Better let me try it, sir.
I said no, Captain.
You haven't got very far your way, Major.
You have your orders.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Captain.
Yes, sir.
I heard you and Sergeant Gorse were in a brawl earlier this evening in town.
Conduct unbecoming an officer.
You should learn to control your temper, Captain.
I wonder what family the Arapahoes are putting the knife to tonight, Major Daggett.
Should never start this sort of thing with you. Take your patrol.
Yes, sir. Any further orders?
May have Sergeant Gorse and Lieutenant Syberts, but no other officers or non-commissioned officers.
Right.
Pass your men through the main gates of the post half hour before reveille. Any questions?
No, sir.
Then move out.
There's a cabin just over this rise, Captain Quince.
Must be new, Mr. Syberts.
Yes, sir. It is. A man and his family. He's raising horses.
A man's a fool. There's just as good land a day's ride from the fort.
You're right, sir.
Am I, Mr. Syberts?
Of course, sir.
What if the man likes it out here, away from people? That make him a fool?
No, sir.
Then I'm wrong.
I'm afraid I don't understand, sir.
You agree too easily, Mr. Syberts. Better learn to think for yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now, where's your cabin?
Well, you'll see it in a minute, sir. There. No. Look, it's been burned.
Sergeant!
It's those Arapahoes again, Captain.
Yes, Captain.
Look down there, Sergeant. File the patrol out as scouts, Sergeant. 1,000 yards between men. If there's any Indians around, I want to know it. The men will watch us at the cabin for arm signals.
Right, sir.
And then join Mr. Syberts and me down there. Move out.
Yes, sir.
Follow me, Mr. Syberts.
Looks as if they slaughtered every one of them.
Man, a woman, a young boy. This the whole family, Mr. Syberts?
That's all of them, sir.
Thank God for that.
Every one of them scalped. Even the boy.
At least they weren't tortured.
No, sir.
Tell me, Mr. Syberts, was the other family like this?
Why, yes, sir.
I see.
Made quite a mess, didn't he?
Take a good look, Sergeant. How many horses did this man have, Mr. Syberts?
About 10, as I remember, sir.
Well, Sergeant?
Funny thing.
What is?
Well, Captain, I don't know how them Arapahoes could have surprised him so fast.
What makes you think they did?
Not many arrows around. If the man had had a chance to put up any fight at all, there'd be a lot of arrows.
Is that all?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Well, yes, sir.
Sergeant Gorse, I excuse Mr. Syberts because of his lack of experience. But you're a disgrace to the cavalry. Ought to clean your sleeve and send you back to stable detail.
Yes, sir.
Don't stand there, gabbing. Use your eyes.
I'm looking.
Look harder.
There ain't no tracks.
No tracks?
Somebody dragged him out with a blanket.
Somebody? Why do you say somebody, Sergeant?
I don't know, sir. There's something wrong here.
Look, how old's that boy, Sergeant?
Maybe 12, 13.
Old enough to be a brave in a couple of years if he was an Indian?
Yes, sir.
Don't Arapahoes usually keep a boy that age and try to make a warrior out of him?
They always do. Now, wait. Them tracks, they wouldn't hide their tracks.
No, they wouldn't.
Captain.
Yeah?
Now I know why you got so mad. I'm pretty mad myself.
Took you long enough. Mr. Syberts.
Yes, sir?
A man wearing moccasins doesn't care about his tracks. He's got nothing to hide. Wasn't the Arapahoes did this. Wasn't Indians at all. It was white men.
Whose place is this, Captain?
Oh, Jake Steele and his wife. Their daughter lives with them.
Shouldn't their daughter live with them, sir?
Ollie's 19, going on 20. She had some schooling back east.
You mean she should be married now?
This country needs women, Mr. Sybert, but it doesn't need single women.
Yes, sir.
Patrol! Hood! Mr. Sybert.
Yes, sir?
Dismount and unsaddle. Dry the horses. Turn them into the corral yonder. Cache the saddles over in that brush so they can't be seen. All other equipment the men will keep.
Yes, sir.
2 men will stand by for escort duty. Move out.
Yes, sir.
Captain Quince, Miss Steele.
Well, Captain, what are you and your troopers doing out here?
I'll tell you if you ask me in.
Oh, well, come in.
Where's your family?
Well, they rode over to the Abbott place.
That's a long ride.
They're spending the night. They'll be back tomorrow. Why? Is there trouble?
No, not for you, Holly.
And what are you doing here?
I came to borrow your ranch.
What?
I need it for a few days, maybe a week.
Now, Captain...
You and your folks can stay with the Abbotts for a while. I'll send for you when I'm through here.
You seem to have it all figured out.
I have.
Of course. Shall I leave right now, Captain Quince?
Sooner the better. I'm sending an escort with you.
Well, that's very kind of you.
I can spare a couple of troopers.
Then you'll move in here.
Sergeant Gorse and me.
Wouldn't you like for me to stay and cook for you?
No. You couldn't do that.
Why? Don't you think I'm a good cook?
Maybe when this is over, I'll ride back sometime and find out.
Captain Quince, just because you and I've met once or twice at Fort Laramie dance...
Just a minute, Miss Holly. You don't understand.
Don't I?
I should have explained. There's going to be a fight here.
Fight?
I'm using this place for a trap, baiting it with a bunch of horses. And when the men I'm after come for them, well, we'll be waiting.
What men?
Men who've been stealing horses, murdering settler families, blaming it on the Arapahoes.
You mean it's white men who've been doing that?
I do.
Captain Quince, I'm beginning to understand that being in the cavalry, you're accustomed to ordering people around and not explaining anything.
I'm sorry, Holly, I upset you.
Now, if you'll wait outside while I get some things together, I'll ride up to the Abbotts with that escort you promised me.
Good.
Oh, Captain.
Yes?
I hope you have a chance someday to find out about my cooking. What I mean is, good luck.
Thank you, Holly.
Go on, get out of here now.
Well, it took me that long to do something. I'd get busted to a private.
You can still get busted, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Syberts!
Right here, Captain.
You'll take over the patrol, Mr. Syberts. I want you to spot the men in a complete circle around this place, half a mile out. They're to dig in. And when they think they're hidden, I'm going to ride that circle.
I understand, sir.
Heaven help any trooper I can see.
Yes, sir.
They're to let those men through. But when they hear gunfire from the cabin here, they're to kill anything that tries to get back out. Any questions?
No, sir.
Move out.
Yes, sir.
Well, Sergeant, you and I are going to be sitting on the pan of this trap.
Like poisoned meat, huh?
Maybe. Before we get off. You have to do that, Sergeant.
I didn't join the army to be locked up in this coop for 3 days.
Maybe you'd rather be sitting outside with the real men, half buried, afraid to move, with nothing but a canteen of water and a handful of jerky.
And no smokes?
And no smokes.
Captain Quince, I never had it so good, sir.
Then shut up. Dark out already?
Good. Ain't the kind of men who'd attack even a woman in the daylight.
No, I guess not. Gorse, you lied to me.
What?
No smokes. You tried to make me think you'd find it rough out there with the troopers because they can't smoke.
Well?
You never smoked in your life, you ape. Not with that quid of tobacco in your jaw day and night. What are you trying to give me?
You need action too, Captain. Bad as I do.
Yeah, I do.
3 days of this is worse than a winter in garrison. You go to St. Louis, I'm going with you. That easy money...
Shh, wait. Come here.
What is it?
Horses. Listen.
We got him, Captain. We got him.
Okay. Move fast. Get out the back window. Come up the off side of the cabin. But don't shoot till I get at least one of them inside here.
Yes, sir. Good hunting, Captain.
Same to you, Sergeant.
Yeah. Hello? Hello there. Come on, open up. We want to have a little talk with you.
Look out, Jim. You'll have a gun.
Listen, mister. We ain't gonna hurt nobody. We got something to tell you is all.
Let's fix them and get out of here, Jim.
We're just passing by, mister. Got some news for you.
Maybe there ain't nobody home.
They wouldn't leave all them horses alone, would they? I'm coming in, mister. Don't shoot now. Have your daughter light the lamp, mister. Then we can talk.
Jim. Jim. What happened?
You're next, mister. You okay, Sergeant?
Yes, sir. Well, we got 2 of them anyway.
I didn't realize there were more than that.
He was holding their horses.
Well, the troopers will take care of him. They deserve a little action, too.
They sure do. Who are they, do you know?
Strangers.
One inside dead?
I didn't kill him.
But you took an awful chance, Captain.
It'll be worth it. Maybe we can find out what they did with all the horses they've stolen. Maybe we can take them back.
Yes, sir. But, well, there's two families won't never get theirs. Hear that, Captain?
Mission accomplished.
No more women and kids dying hard. Feels kind of good, don't it, Captain? Don't it?
Sergeant?
Yes, sir?
Feels a whole lot better than making money in St. Louis.
Fort Laramie is produced and directed by Norman MacDonald and stars Raymond Burr as Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry, with Vic Perrin as Sergeant Gorse. The script was specially written for Fort Laramie by John Meston, with sound patterns by Bill James and Ray Kemper. Musical supervision by Amerigo Marino. Featured in the cast were Harry Bartell, Dan Riss, and Joyce McCluskey, with Lawrence Dobkin, Clayton Post, Paul Duboff, and James Nusser. Old Man Trouble takes it on the chin 5 nights a week when Bing begins to sing, which is just dandy for everybody else who's listening in. Since Old Man Trouble has no great charm to speak of, and since Bing Crosby has an ear for melody, a cheery disposition, and many other charms as well, folks naturally prefer to spend their time with Bing. For good company and easygoing songs, hear The Bing Crosby Show Monday through Friday nights over most of these same stations.
Company, tension! Dismiss!
Join us again next week for another transcribed story of the Northwest frontier and the troopers who fought under Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry.
At the gallop! Oh!
Fort Laramie. Fort Laramie, starring Raymond Burr as Captain Lee Quince. Specially transcribed tales of the dark and tragic ground of the wild frontier, the saga of fighting men who rode the rim of empire, and the dramatic story of Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry.
Dismount and unsaddle. Pin grazing water. Dismount and unsaddle. Pin grazing water. You there, Boatwright. You unbit that mount before you graze him this time.
Sure, Sergeant. I'm just going to.
Well, do it then. Dismount and unsaddle. We could make camp here, Boatwright. There's water.
Yeah, we could go hunting and fishing too, Vickers. Maybe bake some bread.
If you don't like the Army, why didn't you stay in Louisville?
I was starving there too. At least in Louisville, I didn't have no Indians after my scalp.
You afraid of Indians, Boatwright?
Afraid? Man, I'm gonna tell you something.
What?
I'm gonna get me an Indian.
What you talking about, Boatwright?
I'm gonna get me Indian, I said. I gotta get me one.
Why?
Then I won't be scared no more.
All right, you go get the Indian. I'd rather stay scared.
Hey, give me a chaw of your tobacco.
Here. But bite easy on it. It's all there is till payday.
Payday. Army's got 2/3 of my pay for the next 3 years.
Well, at 50 cents a day, that don't amount to such a whole lot, Boatwright.
You sure think funny, Vickers.
At least you ain't in the stockade. You ought to be grateful for that.
I should, huh? The reason I ain't in the stockade is because Captain Quince needs me out here. B Company's supposed to have 83 privates, full strength. I swear we're down to 60.
We are.
That's what I'm saying. So Captain Quince needs me worse than I need him.
Where'd he go anyway?
Oh, you make a fine scout. You don't even see where your own company commander rode off to.
It ain't none of my business where he goes.
You know what you are? You're a dumb trooper. Somebody says, sit down, you sit down. Somebody says, stand up, you stand up. Somebody says, here's your home, you start taking off your shoes.
You're getting riled again, Boatwright.
Captain Quince rode up to that knoll over there looking for Lieutenant Sybert's patrol.
I don't see him.
He come back 5 minutes ago. He's walking down the line behind you right now.
Oh.
He's tired, don't he?
Commanding a company that's got stockade soldiers like you'd make anybody tired, Boatwright.
Now, you watch your mouth.
Oh, can't you take a ribbon?
Hello, Captain.
How do you like the open air, Boatwright?
Fine, Captain. I need a good ride.
No complaints then?
No, sir. None at all. I like it fine out here.
You better like it.
Yes, sir. Sure beats sitting around the stockade.
When you're in the stockade, you just sit around, Boatwright?
No, sir. But at least I didn't ride no horse out after wild Indians with a understrength troop.
You don't fool me, Boatwright. You'll never make a garrison soldier.
That's why I'm proud to be with you, Captain.
When we return to Fort Laramie, you go back into the stockade. You know that.
I always said I liked the Army, Captain.
Lieutenant Sybert's reporting, sir.
What'd you find, Mr. Syberts?
Well, sir, we rode over there where the smoke was.
And?
It was a homestead, Captain. Fired by the Sioux.
Did they leave anybody there, Mr. Syberts?
Man's still alive, sir. Corporal Mercer's with him. But the woman and the little girl, they're dead.
I see. What does the man say?
Nothing, sir. He's got no tongue.
Take charge of the troop, Mr. Syberts. Sergeant Gorse and I'll ride over there.
Yes, sir. And Captain, take a look at this.
That's a Henry rifle, Mr. Syberts, latest model. If the Indians had gotten their hands on guns like that, why, we're in bad trouble. How is he, Corporal?
Bad, sir. They burned him some, too, but he's still conscious. Sure a slow way to die.
It's 100 miles to Fort Laramie, Captain.
You'll never live that long, Sergeant. Give me your revolver. You and Corporal Mercer start back. I'll catch up with you.
Yes, sir. We'll move out, Mercer.
Think we'll go after them Sioux, Gorse?
I'm a first sergeant, not a captain.
Oh, Well, I know, but you and Quince run this company.
He's Captain Quince to you, Mercer.
Oh, sure.
And he runs this company.
For sure.
Everything all right, Captain?
Everything's all right, Sergeant.
Hey, what was that?
You shut up and keep riding, Corporal.
You don't have to get so hard-nosed.
Shut up, I said.
Sure.
Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
When we get back, call in a burial party.
Yes, sir.
And see that those graves are cairned.
Yes, sir.
And one other thing, Sergeant. Don't forget to pick up your revolver. That homesteader doesn't need it anymore. Captain Quince reporting, Major.
Sit down, Captain. I know you're mad because I ordered you back from chasing those Sioux last week, Lee, but...
You didn't see what they did to that Homestead family.
I've seen their work before.
There'll be more of it if we don't stop them.
10 miles from this post, there's a reservation of 4,000 Sioux. An uprising there'd be far more serious than your little band that's marauding under Yellowknife.
You have enough troops to patrol the reservation and still secure Fort Laramie here. Give me just half of B Company and I'll run down Yellowknife and his renegades.
My orders are to keep a constant watch on the reservation to secure Fort Laramie with all remaining troops.
Yellowknife is being supplied with rifles, Henry 44s.
I know that.
Those are repeating rifles, Major.
I've reported that to Washington, Captain.
Whoever's smuggling those rifles has got to be stopped or every brave on the reservation will join Yellowknife in spite of your patrols.
I've received no change of orders, Captain.
We can't afford to wait, sir. Give me Sergeant Gorse and 3 men, and I'll find that gun runner. We'll leave tonight, Major.
You'll not leave.
That a direct order?
It is.
Then, with the Major's permission... Mr. Syberts.
Yes, Captain?
I'm leaving the post at 6 o'clock this evening. I'm taking Sergeant Gorse with me. Till I return, you'll act in command of B Company. Any questions?
None that would be proper, sir.
You're learning, Mr. Syberts. I'll tell you where I'm going. There's a chief out on the reservation, an old friend of mine, Wild Dog. He's about 80, and he's pretty smart.
You're going to have a talk with him?
That's right.
If you'll excuse me, sir. Well, isn't it pretty dangerous walking right in among all those Sioux?
We'll try to reach Wild Dog before anything happens.
But, Captain...
That's all, Mr. Syberts.
Yes, sir.
Drop your gun belt across your saddle, Sergeant.
You mean that, Captain?
A revolver wouldn't do you much good if these Sioux decide they want us. We're safer unarmed.
All right, sir.
All right, let's move out.
Sure wish I had me at least a Bowie knife, Captain. I don't trust any of these devils.
It's late. Most of them are asleep.
There's 4,000 Sioux in this camp. They ain't all asleep.
Oh, we're being watched, all right.
Some young buck could get his first coup feather by spearing us.
You wouldn't want to stand in the way of a man becoming a brave, would you, Sergeant?
Captain, we're being stopped.
I see him. Keep walking.
There's only one brave. We can handle him.
Leave him to me, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Oya.
Diale, Wild Dog Nya.
Ishli ai.
Ilya, Zo Valya. Hayazo. Let's move, Sergeant. But keep an eye on him.
He's still standing there, sir.
I told him I'm a friend of Wild Dog's. Luckily, he's from the same clan, White Fox. There it is. See that medicine pool over there?
With a white skin on it?
That's Wild Dog's lodge. Wait out here, Sergeant.
Oyo, Layazia.
Nice, Leozo. Come in, my son. Sit down.
It's been a long time since we talked, Wild Dog.
A long time. And now you come because of Yellowknife.
Yellowknife is leading your young men into war with my people.
There are many clans among the Sioux. I am chief only of White Fox.
What clan is Yellowknife?
Yellowknife is of Two Moon clan.
But there are White Fox braves with him.
Yes, I cannot stop them. I remember what it was like when I was young.
It was different when you were young, Wild Dog. You had a chance then. But now, they have no chance.
They have many rifles.
They have a few, Wild Dog, but the white man, the cavalry, has thousands of rifles. In the end, the Sioux cannot win. You are a wise man. You know this is true.
Yes, you are right.
Yellowknife and his braves will be caught and punished. Some of them will die. But if I don't stop his supply of rifles, many more of your people will die.
You want to know where rifles come from?
Tell me where Yellowknife meets the white man who's supplying them. I'll do the rest. You'll be saving lives, Wild Dog. Sioux lives.
For the sake of my people, I tell you. A place north of here. A place you call Bright Canyon.
Bright Canyon. Well, when it's over, I'll come back and we'll smoke the pipe.
Yes, if you come back.
If I come back. Captain Quint's reporting, sir.
I hear you left the post last night, Captain.
Yes, sir.
Well, you never were much of a garrison soldier, were you?
No, sir.
You saw your friend Wild Dog, I suppose?
Yes, sir.
Well, Lee, I have new orders from Washington this morning.
Yes?
My orders to patrol the reservation and to secure Fort Laramie still stand. We're not to go after Yellowknife. But the importance of the Henry rifles is recognized, and we're to put a stop to it.
Yes, sir.
Can you do it?
I can.
All right. Take half of B Company only.
Yes, sir.
You'll pass the head of your column through the main gates of the post 1/2 hour before reveille tomorrow morning.
Right, sir.
And remember, Captain Quince, your orders are to stop that gun smuggler, not to run down Yellowknife. Any questions?
No, sir.
Then move out.
Sergeant Gorse?
Yes, sir.
Sergeant, ride out here with me and take a look at these tracks.
One shod pony and the rest is mules, Captain.
Then they're not Indians, are they?
No, sir.
And they're headed straight for the rim of that canyon ahead.
Bright Canyon, Captain?
Wild Dog wasn't lying. Take 5 men right out ahead of Corporal Mercer's point. Make a reconnaissance of the north rim. If it's clear, send a runner back.
Yes, sir.
Tell the point to swing north and to dismount from the cover of those trees below the crest.
Right, sir.
Move out.
Mr. Syberts!
Yes, Captain.
I think we've found our man, Mr. Syberts. He'll be in that canyon up ahead. Sergeant Gorse is scouting the north rim of the canyon. If it's clear, we'll hide in those trees just below it, and then we'll wait.
Wait for what, sir?
Why, we'll catch him in the act, Mr. Syberts, when
Yellowknife comes for his rifles.
But, Captain...
It's not my fault if Yellowknife gets in the way when we move in on that gun smuggler.
No, sir.
Mr. Syberts, pass the word to space out, stagger the odd files to the left. We're raising too much dust.
Hey, boat right. What are you doing over here, Vickers? Go on back to your post.
Oh, there's nothing happening down there in the valley. He's some gun smuggler. Just sits around in his cabin. What's the matter, Captain Quince, anyway? Half a troop against one man, and we hide around watching him for 2 days.
You can't figure nothing, Vickers. We're waiting for Yellowknife.
You mean we're gonna fight them Indians?
Soon as they show up?
You scared, Boatwright?
All I need is to kill me an Indian, and I won't be scared no more.
Yeah, me too. I think.
Who's throwing that rock?
It's Gorse, the captain.
Well, get down there. He signaled to you.
Oh, man, I'll catch it now.
What you doing away from your post, Vickers?
I couldn't see nothing where I was. I was wondering if Boatwright could, Sergeant.
You can be shot for leaving your post at a time like this, Vickers.
Yes, sir, Captain.
You're risking the life of every man in this troop. I'll get back where you belong.
Yes, sir.
Captain? Captain Boatwright wants us.
All right, come on.
The end of the canyon, sir. Look, there they come.
Yellowknife.
How many braves you figure he's got with him, Gorse?
It's hard to say yet, sir. Maybe 30.
They got a bunch of horses, too.
Yep, that's to pay for the rifles.
Captain, I can see more than 30 Sioux down there. Must be nigh under 40.
Yeah.
There's that dirty gun runner now out talking with Yellowknife.
I wish we had whole of B Company here.
Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
Take Boatwright and move out about 300 yards west of here. When you're ready, I want you to ride straight down into the canyon.
What?
Shut up, Boatwright.
Your orders are to find out if they're really trading for guns down there.
But, Captain...
If you run into any trouble, I'll have to help you out of it, that's all.
I understand, sir. Come on, Boatwright, let's move out.
Well, of all the
Shut
crazy...
up.
And tell Mr. Syberts there I want to see him.
Right, sir. You wanted me, Captain?
Mr. Syberts, I think those Sioux down there are trading for Henry rifles. Sergeant Gorse and Boatwright are going to ride down and find out.
You mean they're going alone, sir?
They are. It'd sure be a fight if we appeared in force. Might even look like I was trying to run Yellowknife down.
But they'll be killed, sir.
Well, I can't let that happen. If they're attacked, we'll just have to ride in. It'll be a rescue mission, Mr. Syberts.
I understand, Captain.
All right, now get back to the troop, pass the word to saddle and mount. Space out to 60 paces between mounts. It'll make us look full strength.
Right, sir.
And Mr. Syberts, I'll shoot the first man who crosses the ridge before I give the signal. Pass the order and then come back here. Any questions?
No, sir.
Move out.
Troops ready, Captain.
Just in time. There go Gorse and Boatwright.
They'll be seen any minute, sir.
Yeah. Let's get back. Get mounted, Mr. Syberts.
Yes, sir.
When we reach the cabin, you lead the troops. I'll stop for the gun runner. As skirmishers, ho! Skirmishers, ho! Let's run! Oh! Oh! Get it! Sergeant Gorse! Yes, sir. Where'd the white man go? He isn't with him up there.
I never seen him, Captain.
Well, he must be in the cabin here. I'm going in after him.
I'll go in with you, sir.
No, you stay with the troop. They've chased him far enough. And get those stolen horses rounded up.
Right, sir.
You're all through, mister. Come out of there.
Oh, you ain't gonna hang me.
Come out with your hands up. You'll get a trial.
Hanging's bad. I ain't gonna hang.
It's your choice, mister. Come out or I'll kill you right there.
I'll take my chances.
Suits me.
They're still running, Captain. But we killed some of them.
What about Yellowknife?
He's dead, sir. Right over there. Private Boatwright killed him.
That Boatwright lying over there too, Mr. Sabbits?
Afraid so, sir. He took a bullet after he got Yellowknife.
Sergeant Gorse has some men rounding up their horses, Mr. Sabbits. Reform the rest of the troop. Take care of the wounded. Detail 6 men for a burial party.
Yes, sir. Mercer, over here.
Hello, Boatwright.
Captain, sir?
What can I do for you?
Nothing, Captain. I'm all shot up. There's nothing anyone can do.
That was Yellowknife you killed, Boatwright.
I always wanted to get me an Indian, Captain. I sure never figured it'd be Yellowknife.
You did fine, Boatwright.
But here's something up. I took off Yellowknife. You keep it for me. You know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I sure do.
I feel all wet inside, Captain.
I'm sorry, Boatwright.
It's all right. I ain't scared.
Of course not.
Tell him goodbye for me, Captain. All of them.
Captain Quint's reporting, sir.
I've just finished going over your report, Captain.
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure on reading it whether you deliberately disobeyed orders or not. Would you care to clarify that point?
Major Daggett, did you ever see one of these?
That's a scalp.
Private Boatwright took it off a Yellowknife, Major. It's a woman's scalp. Young woman.
Get rid of it.
Yes, sir.
Captain Quince, I'm reporting to Washington that the gun smuggler's been destroyed, but that you were attacked by Yellowknife during the operation and were forced to defend yourself.
Thank you, Major.
That's all, Captain. Oh, Captain.
Yes, sir?
Just one more thing. In regard to your recommendation for a posthumous medal for Private Boatwright.
Yes, sir.
Washington might question a report that recommended an honor for one of the soldiers who actually brought on Yellowknife's attack. So, For the good of the company, I'd suggest...
That's all right, Major. Boatwright'd understand. He was a real soldier. A line soldier.
Fort Laramie is produced and directed by Norman MacDonald and stars Raymond Burr as Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry, with Vic Perrin as Sergeant Gorse. The script was specially written for Fort Laramie by John Meston, with sound patterns by Bill James and Ray Kemper, musical supervision by Amerigo Marino. Featured in the cast were Harry Bartell, Bob Sweeney, Sam Edwards, Jack Moyles, Jan Arvin, Joe Cranston, and Lou Krugman.
Company, tension! Dismiss!
Next week, another transcribed story of the Northwest frontier and the troopers who fought under Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry. People keep saying that conversation is a lost art, but meanwhile, proof keeps popping up that they're wrong. All that's needed is a good conversationalist. And one of the best is a man who's also rather well known as a singer and an actor, a man named Bing Crosby. You can hear Bing holding forth on almost every subject under the sun, lighting up the subject with his own easy and humorous point of view each evening, Monday through Friday, on his own show over most of these same stations. And, oh yes, you'll hear plenty of wonderful singing, too. After all, it's the Bing Crosby Show.
At the gallop! Whoa!
Fort Laramie. Fort Laramie, starring Raymond Burr as Captain Lee Quince. Specially transcribed tales of the dark and tragic ground of the wild frontier, the saga of fighting men who rode the rim of empire, and the dramatic story of Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry.
Looks like you're about ready to pull out, Captain.
Yeah. Walk back with me, Sergeant.
I never did see such a mangy collection of stock.
It's not a cavalry outfit, Gorse.
It sure ain't.
Most of these wagon trains heading west get through, one way or another, but I sure don't know how.
I talked with Mr. Brown a couple of times. He seems like a good man.
He is. But I wonder how much luck a Missouri farmer is going to have taking a couple of hundred women and children through Indian country.
He'll make out, Captain.
I hope so.
Hello, Sergeant Gorse.
I beg your pardon, miss?
I was afraid we'd leave without seeing you again.
Oh, well,
And I wanted to thank you for last night.
Yeah, sure, miss.
Goodbye, Sergeant. And thank you.
Still water runs deep, Gorse.
How's that, Captain?
Never mind.
All I did was give her a little old knife. I bought it at the Sutler's.
Never mind.
That's all
Sergeant.
it was, Captain. I just give her a little old present.
Sure, Sergeant.
Now keep them wagons in line, two abreast, till we hit the river.
You're late getting started, Mr. Brown.
Oh, hello, Captain Quince. Only about an hour.
You're wasting daylight.
Yeah, we're pulling out now, Captain. Any of your men going to ride along with us?
No, but you won't have any trouble.
Like they say, Captain, Oregon or bust. You guarantee no trouble, Captain?
Out here, we don't guarantee anything, Mr. Brown. But you should at least get through to Salt Lake without trouble.
Yeah, I hope you're right. It's mighty lonely out there once you're out of sight of the fort.
Yeah, I know.
Well, thank the Major for his hospitality, will you?
No thanks necessary. Well, good luck.
Thanks. See you in Oregon sometime, Captain. All right, stretch out.
Well, Gorse, what are you staring at?
Oh, nothing, Captain. Just a train heading out.
You've seen a few hundred of them before, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
What's her name?
Who?
The girl?
Emily McCutcheon. Going to Oregon with her pa. She was put up real good.
You're all cavalry, Gorse.
Yes, sir. Long way to Oregon. I hope they make it.
So do I. Yeah, come on. I missed coffee this morning. Let's find some.
There's a rider coming in.
Yeah.
Looks like a white man, dressed in buckskin. Hunter, maybe.
It's Will Granby.
He's a squaw man, ain't he?
Yeah, lives with the Arapaho.
Captain?
How are you, old horse?
Tolerable.
Well, it's good to see you. You haven't been in 2 or 3 years.
Nope.
You come for supplies?
Come to parley. Got a proposition.
Huh? All right, come on in, Will.
Oblige.
Sergeant Gorse, will you have Mr. Granby's horse stabled?
Yes, sir. Come on.
Sit down, Will.
Oblige.
All right, now what is it? What's your proposition?
I figured maybe to hire out to you.
You want a job?
Cavalry always needs scouts.
Maybe. You saying you want the job?
Why not? I know this country better than the hairs on my head. Better than any man except old Gabe Bridger. There's some few places I've been even Gabe ain't.
You're a mountain man, Will. You lived wild and free all your life. Why do you want to tie yourself down now?
Yeah. It ain't like the old times no more, Captain. Ain't pleasurable now. It's hard. Maybe it's a doing you cavalry fellers, or maybe it's our own fault. Maybe we trapped too much, took too much buffalo, I don't know. But I got to be a young squaw, prettiest you ever seen. I figured if I was to work, her and me'd eat regular at least.
Right now we have peace. We don't need any more scouts.
I figure you do, Captain.
Tell me, Will.
Am I hired?
I haven't got the authority to hire you. That'll have to come from the Major.
No, I'd rather deal with you. I know you.
I can't hire you, but if you've got information, I'll make you a promise. At least I'll feed you and send you back with meat.
Yeah, meat I could carry wouldn't last long.
Then we'll go see the Major.
Now, wait. I'd rather tell you, but you got to promise me one thing.
What's that?
That it'll be settled peaceful. They're my people.
Will, I'll do all I can.
All right. There's going to be trouble. Tribes are getting restless, all of them. Arapaho even. Government promised them if they'd go to the agencies, they'd get food, meat. And that promise ain't been kept.
Yeah, I know. The supply train comes through now and then, but it's not enough, I know that.
Arapaho are starving, Captain. Eating bark and roots. Game on agencies played out. If they can't get food from the government or from the land, then they got to go looking for it wherever they can. They got to eat.
Will, have they left the agency?
They're camped at Silver Spring.
That's on the Oregon Trail.
They got to eat, Captain. They went looking for buffalo, but there ain't no buffalo. So they'll get food where they can from the wagon trains.
Well, we got to talk to the Major.
Did you promise?
I said I'd do all I could, and I will. There's not much time for talking. There's a wagon train headed for Silver Springs right now.
Yeah, I know. I saw it.
All right, come on. We'll see the Major.
How do we know this man's telling the truth?
I've known him for a long time, Major. He doesn't lie.
Could be a trap.
If it is a trap, then there's trouble for sure.
I don't trust a man lives with Indians, marries them.
No, look here.
Major, there's a wagon train on the trail to Silver Springs right now. They got to be warned. I can still ride out with a detachment to turn them back.
Captain Quince, our orders are to keep the trail open to Oregon and to keep the Indians on the agencies. If anything, we'll send a company to escort the train through and run those Arapaho back where they belong.
Couldn't do that without fighting, Major.
That's one of the functions of the cavalry.
In this case, there's no cause for it.
The Arapaho have broken their treaty, Captain.
The way they see it, we're the ones who broke the treaty by not keeping our promise about food.
All I know is they're off the agency and they'll have to go back.
If we go out in force, there's bound to be trouble. If I take a small detachment, maybe I can talk to them.
This is a hostile action, Captain. It's got to be met as such.
Major, the Arapaho are starving. They got to eat.
Mr. Granby, I'm sorry that they're starving, but I can't do anything about it. At least not until the supplies come through to me. My orders are to keep the Arapaho on the agency, and I can do something about that.
Those are people out there, Major, and they're hungry. They only want food.
Captain Quince, you'll take Company B and escort the wagon train until you meet the Arapaho. You'll send the wagon train on and escort the Indians to the agency, and use whatever measures are necessary. That's all, Captain.
Yes, sir. One thing, sir.
What is it?
Have I your permission to hire Will Granby as a scout?
I don't see why it's necessary, but if you want him, take him.
Thank you, sir.
What kind of a man is that?
Oh, he's all right, Will. He's an officer. He's got his orders. He goes by the book. He understands the situation all right, but he can't admit it. Listen, can you be ready to move out in an hour?
I can't ride with you, Captain. They're my people.
Will, I said I'd do what I could. I need your help. Ride with me.
You know what you're asking? You know what it might mean for me if there's trouble?
There won't be trouble if I can prevent it.
I'm afraid you can't, Captain. But I'll go with you.
We should see him just over this hill, Captain.
Yeah, if the Arapaho didn't see him first.
You figure they'd attack?
I don't know, Sergeant, but I'll feel easier when we spot that wagon train.
I was right, Captain. There they are.
All right, Sergeant. Let's ride out. Company! At the gallop! At the gallop! Ho!
They've seen us. They're pulling up.
Sergeant, blind men would have known we were here. Company! Hold!
What's the matter, Captain?
I want you to stop here, Mr. Brown, for the night.
Oh, why? We figured to camp at Silver Springs. It's just over the pass there, not more than 2 or 3 miles. We can make it easy before dark.
This'll make an all right camp. There's water and wood.
If there's trouble, Captain, I want to know.
It may be nothing, Mr. Brown, but I want to find out. You're to camp here and stay here till I give you the word to go on.
It's Indians, ain't it? There is trouble.
Maybe. Maybe not. But there's no use worrying all your folks. You'll be safe here. I'm leaving most of my men to guard you.
Well, why can't you escort us over the pass to Silver Springs?
Because if there were to be trouble, it would happen there in the pass, with the wagon trains all strung out and hard to defend.
All right, Captain. Whatever you say.
I'll come back or send word back to Lieutenant Seiberts as soon as I know it's safe for you to cross. Sergeant Gorse!
Yes, sir?
You and 2 men will accompany Mr. Granby and myself. Pick 'em and fall out. Mr. Brown, Lieutenant Seiberts is in charge here till I get back.
I don't see a doggone thing, Captain.
I'll keep a sharp eye. Move the troopers further out the flank.
Yes, sir.
Jenkins, I'll over to your right,
You need to hear somewhere that I can feel it.
Yeah, they must have seen the train, Will.
Yeah, they have, but they also saw the soldiers. They might be making tracks already. They disappear pretty fast.
I don't think they've had that much time. They'll probably stand for a fight.
And, Captain, what are you going to do?
Will, a few miles back, did you notice anything?
On the trail? Sure, buffalo sign.
Right. It's the first I've seen this close to Laramie in a year.
Mm-hmm. Big herd, too. Across the trail going south.
It'd make a lot of Arapaho meat.
Yeah, it might work.
Worth a try.
Wait.
You see anything, Will?
Yeah, one of the scouts. Leave it to me.
Nina! Nana sina na! Hanina ina!
No, Ina. Yeah, it's all right. He'll take us in.
This is the first Indian village I ever been in that wasn't full of barking dogs.
They had to eat them. You notice how it is, Captain?
Yeah, I see. I'd say they're not very happy to see us.
No.
I'm sorry, Will, to turn them against you.
Can't be helped. Yeah, this is it. Hi, Daddy, too.
Why do you bring white soldiers to fight your people?
They don't come to fight, Greyfeather. This Captain Quince, he comes as a friend.
White soldier is not a friend of Arapaho. White soldiers break promise. They do not give meat.
I think I can get you meat, Greyfeather. I think I can take your hunters to Buffalo, a big herd.
You think. You do not know. Arapaho have ride from agency in north, hunt buffalo all through Wide Valley. No buffalo.
Greyfeather, on my way here from Fort Laramie, I saw much buffalo sign. You hunted only the north side of the river. You haven't been south of the Platte. I have. There are buffalo there.
To hunt take many days. Wagon train is here now.
If you attack that wagon train, it'll mean much fighting. Many dead among the Arapaho. Great mourning among the Arapaho.
There will be mourning for the white soldiers, too.
The army will keep on sending soldiers, rifles, until the Arapaho is no more. You know I speak the truth.
My people are hungry.
Then ride back towards the fort with me. I'll show you buffalo sign, and you can track from there.
Take many days.
It's the only way you can be sure to find buffalo and food.
If you find buffalo in 2 days, Greyfeather does not attack wagon train.
2 days isn't very long.
2 days.
If we do find buffalo, I want your promise to go peacefully back to the agency.
If you find.
All right, your hunters will come with me. But meantime, you must let the wagon train go through in peace.
This one. Maybe not next one.
It is agreed then, Greyfeather.
Aina.
Captain, 2 days ain't very long. We gotta be awful lucky.
We don't have much choice.
You know what'll happen if we don't find buffalo?
Yeah?
It'll be just the 5 of us out there with Gray Feather's hunters.
Like I say, we don't have much choice. We gotta guess where the buffalo will be. We don't have time to backtrack them. Sergeant Gorse!
Yes, sir?
I'm sending you back to the wagon train with a message for Mr. Seibert's.
Private Jenkins' horse is fresher, Captain. I ain't been on no buffalo hunt in a long time.
All right, Sergeant. Jenkins, you'll go back to the wagon train and tell Mr. Seibert's to escort the train past Silver Springs, then return here and bivouac. If I should not return, he's to get clear if he can and report to the fort for reinforcements. Move out. Well, we got 48 hours, Will. Let's find those buffalo. You see anything, Will?
Nothing, Captain. Not on that side.
Nothing this way either. You can see a long way.
I don't like the look of them back there. Gray Feather's getting anxious.
I know. I just don't understand it, Will. It's not a sign.
I've been thinking, Captain, we're too far south.
The buffalo were headed south.
Maybe not as fast and as far as we thought.
Maybe they veered east.
No, I've been thinking. It's been hot and dry for these last few days, and no wind. Buffalo don't travel much in the heat. They just stand and graze and suffer with thirst.
But there's wind now.
Well, some from the southwest. Well, if there's up north of here, it'd bring them the smell of water from the Laramie River.
Yeah, the river's still high.
Yeah, and they'd probably be craving for water about now, and they'd stick their noses into the wind and make a run for it, like they do.
You might be right, Will.
So if we cut back northeast to the Laramie, we'll find them.
They might be there. There's only one trouble.
What?
Look who's coming.
Uh-huh.
Captain, it is as Gray Feather spoke. You promised buffalo 2 days. Now 2 days are gone. There is no buffalo. Your promise is like all promises of white soldier.
We've been looking a long time, Gray Feather, but now we know where the buffalo are.
Captain, give much talk. We want buffalo, not talk.
Gray Feather, my soldiers are at Silver Springs. If we do not return there, it will mean war for the Arapaho.
Maybe you return, but he not.
It is not yet evening of the second day.
There is little time.
Maybe, but enough. We're going to the waters of the Laramie and find your buffalo.
On this next rise, we ought to be able to see.
That's right, Will.
What if they ain't there, Captain?
If not, maybe we can get to the river, find some cover. So stay close. Watch for my signal.
Yes, sir.
You should have gone back to that wagon train, Sergeant.
I guess I ain't much of a garrison soldier.
All right, look sharp.
Captain, they ain't at the river. There's nothing.
Wait, look there. Coming over the hills beyond, running for the river.
Look at them. Thousands of them, noses in the wind and running belly bent for breakfast.
There go your buffalo, Gray Feather, all you can eat. Well, go on, get them.
They sure was mighty hungry, Captain.
Yeah. Well, I guess our luck held.
Guess it did. Well, let's ride on down to the river. I could do with a drink.
Sergeant Gorse, dismiss the company.
Yes, sir. Company, prepare to dismount.
Well, you're back.
Yes, sir.
Did you have any trouble?
No, sir. No casualties. Either side.
You took long enough.
The Oregon Trail's still open, Major. The Arapaho are back on the agency.
What took the time?
Why, we found some buffalo, stopped the hunt. The Indians took enough meat back to the agency to keep them quiet all summer.
I see. Well, that was fortunate.
It was, mostly Will Granby's doing. He found the buffalo.
Oh, well. Maybe I was wrong about him, Lee. Maybe he can be useful to us.
I think he can. I brought him back with us. His wife, too. You like to meet her?
An Arapaho?
She's sure not St. Louis.
Sure, all right, Captain. Mr. Granby?
Howdy, Major.
This is Will's wife, Major. Lark woman.
How do you do?
Yeah, lawyer.
Mr. Granby.
Yes, sir?
If she's to stay around the post, she'll have to wear something more than that.
Huh? Oh, yeah. She's got a shirt somewhere in the baggage. See, Arapaho women aren't like Cheyenne or the Sioux or Crow. They don't wear much except when it's right cold.
There are a lot of men on the post, Will.
Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Captain. I'll see to it.
Oh, and Mr. Granby.
Yes, sir.
My compliments on your work with Captain Quince. As of now, you may consider yourself on the Army payroll as scout. It'll be in tomorrow's special orders.
Yes, sir.
The quartermaster will house you.
Obliged, Major. Come on, child.
Well, she's kind of pretty, isn't she, Lee?
Yeah. They make pretty good wives, too. Clean, quiet, hard-working. Nice people.
You wouldn't be trying to soften me up, would you, Lee? Win me over to your way of thinking?
I figure a man's got to make up his own mind about things, Major.
Captain Quince.
Yes, sir?
Don't get too smart. Just be thankful I don't ask how you happen to run into Buffalo and turn a serious police duty into a pleasure trip. Hunting.
My striker's cooking up some buffalo steaks, Major Daggett. You, like to come over to my quarters and try some?
Sure, let's go, Lee.
Fort Laramie is produced and directed by Norma MacDonald and stars Raymond Burr as Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry, with Vic Perrin as Sergeant Gorse. The script was specially written for Fort Laramie by John Dunkel, with sound patterns by Bill James and Ray Kemper. Musical supervision by Amerigo Marino. Featured in the cast were Jack Moyles, Ralph Moody, Edgar Barrier, Frank Cady, and Eleanor Tannen.
Company, tension! Dismiss!
Next week, another transcribed story of the Northwest frontier and the troopers who fought under Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry. If people were money, life would be simple indeed. We could enter them in books in nice, regular columns, one for credit, another for loss. And as long as we kept the credit column higher, the losses wouldn't matter. Money spent can be re-earned, but people are not money. Every individual is irreplaceable. The time to care about them is now, before another victim is hurt. Obviously, heart researchers may not find the cures and preventatives to all heart ailments the moment you contribute to the Heart Fund. But the sooner you do your part, the closer they'll come to answering the mysteries of the heart. Send your contribution to Heart, care of your local postmaster. That's Heart, H-E-A-R-T, Heart, care of your local postmaster.